I think they're gonna release Necromancy with this book. I really think like the Codex of Lost Knowledge, because I was looking at old school, like old school RuneScape, bro. The Book of Arceus or Arceus, and it was like, okay, the Book of the Dead, the Book of Resurrection, which is like in RuneScape 3, which is this one, you had the Eye of Het, right? So, and you had, what else did you have? Like that was pretty much the bringing back of a soul, which was like the Eye of Het. So we see that near Het's Oasis is growing again. Like that was the whole point of the Garden of Carid or Carid. So we see that as growing there. So I'm assuming we're gonna be like, oh, we should take, cause like, dog, watch this. I bet they're gonna be like this. They're gonna make. They're gonna make how would you say it? They would put, like, pretend if Zamarack had dropped the Eye of Het, or he had dropped, yeah, basically, yeah, he dropped the Eye of Het, right? Just imagine that, right? And we got it now, right? And we would take it to the 4 and 3, which is the wilderness, and how would you say? It would be not. Remember, Zamarack used the Eye of Het. I don't think he destroyed it. Hold on, what did he do with it? Yeah, according to Ixthlarin, it has the power to restore the souls of the deceased world. Oh, it says destruction. Okay. In year 9 of the 6th age, Saren and the other young gods were forced to deal with the threat of the elder gods. Zamarack, tired and not trusting of Saren's cause, tasked General Khazard to find the amulet. Khazard found the amulet in the duel arena, but set off a ward that resulted in a mysterious earthquake. What's going on, Goose? Right, so hold on, right, watch this, right? At the end of, like, the wiki, it says the World Guardian was given the remains of the amulet soon after and offered it to the mysterious monolith. So we have the broken Eye of Het. So we have it. We have that amulet. We have the Eye of Het. Like, literally, so, like, that necromancy shit, like, we have the damn thing. We have it. That's how we were able to obtain it. It says it right here, like, hold on, let me, hold on. Window capture, add source, Eye of Het, right? Right, this is the wiki. I don't trust the wiki, but I mean, it has some validity, right? It says, right, read it right here, right? The World Guardian was given the remains of the amulet soon after and offered it to the mysterious monolith. So if necromancy, because I never played. I never played I never played old school RuneScape and how they obtained the book. Like the Book of the Dead and Arceus and or Arceus. I don't know how they got it. Because I never played old school. But if we can go back in time, we know that RuneScape uses similar content. Scalzuk is a 2017 boss of old school RuneScape. Now we have it. So necromancy is an old ass. Well, it's not old, but it's an older. It's a few years old of a skill, and now we're gonna get it. So, because when I was looking through, like, let me see, Arceus. Right, so the Arceus spellbook, right? The Arceus spellbook sometimes referred as the Necromancy spellbook. Right, so I'm lightly taking, like I'm nitpicking, like right now. So this is the Arceus spellbook, and watch this, right? Now watch this, right? What is the main runes that you get from Zamarack? Right? Blood and soul. Right? So now look at this. Making extensive use of blood, nature, and soul runes. So so if that's really the case, we have 2 out of the 3 runes that quote unquote makes up this quote unquote skill. Quote unquote. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, And here's the Arceus spellbook, right? Because you know you got teleportations. They say you could only use these weapons. Maybe. You have grasp spells, which is like what is that? It's like it has a 20%, 25% chance to. What is it? What is the zoo? It's like it's just a bind. Right, so it's a bind. Right? So now watch this, right? We have we already have a Demon Bane. We have the Sigil. Greater Corruption. But then you have Resurrect. You can resurrect up to a zombie. And then the Ward. You can reanimate up to a dragon. Like Aviancy, Abyssal Demons, and Dragons. Demonic Offering. Hold on, what is this? Convert up to 3 sets of remains to prayer points. This gives 3 times the normal experience. And watch this too. And watch this. The fact that we're getting a place where we can train prayer, construction. Oh, motherfucker. Right, Shadow Veil. This is like Crystal Mask. Vile Vigor. Convert prayer points into run energy. That's interesting. This is the Herblore Cape. Resurrect Crops. This is Lunars. Death Charge. Restores 15. Wow. Yo, that's strong as shit. Look at that. Hold on. Look at that. Restores 15% of the special attack on killing a monster. Okay, we can use that. Here's the reanimation spells. It's like summoning, but different. You can reanimate up to a dragon. A bone conversion spell. This is the mage arena. That's basically what we have. And then that's basically it. So most likely they're gonna probably do something to add on to what's going on. That's really what I'm thinking. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody use... what's it called? I don't think I've ever seen anybody use... the Necromancy book. And what was that Eye of Het? Yeah, it'll most likely still correlate to Sentistan because I don't think they're gonna create this big ass motherfucking place where like the Second Age and of Zeros' like height in the Empire go to waste. I really don't think they're gonna waste that area. Yeah, we were soon get... But, hold on, where's the Eye of Het? Like... No, what was it called? It was something called Het. Like, it was the... Something Het. It was called something else. When we would have got that 10% boost in drop rate. I forgot what it was called. It was something Het. No, the tablet. The tablet of Het. Tablet of... Right, I don't think this meant anything. Yeah, it was removed. Yeah, it's just the Eye of Het, yeah. Alright, never mind. Yeah, so it's just basically the Eye of Het. Yeah, so essentially that is weird though. You know what is weird? You know what really is weird though? Is the fact that we keep giving these relics to the monolith, but where is it going? You get what I'm saying? Like where's all those relics going? Is it going to Zeros? Is it going to Zaltak? Is it going to Erebus? Is it going to, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, where is it going? So it's like then what are we really? Because like that's the one thing about, like, this is the one thing we're in at the moment. Like if we're going with the theme, right? Where is it? If we're going with the theme of Shadow Realm, right? Because every boss in this game had themes, right? Right? I mean, I don't think the original bosses, I don't think they meant anything really. But it all really started with God Wars 1, which was the main bosses, right? You had 4 main bosses. The Corporeal Beast, which dealt with the Shadow Realm and the other realms, like the Spirit World, right? Next, she's dealing with the Ancient Stones of Magic. Smoke, Ice, Blood, and... Smoke, Ice, Blood, and... Fuck, what was the last one? Smoke... Oh, Smoke, Shadow, Blood, and Ice. Right? So she knew about that. Let's go on to God Wars 2. It was Saren, the Shadow Realm, the Twin Furies. Right, so then we got into the anima of the earth, right? So, yeah, God Wars 2 was basically talking about the anima of the earth, of Gielinor. The energy of the earth. Well, or the energy of Gielinor. The liberation of Mazcab also dealt with, like, Solak. Like, that was a Solak type of... Like, there was a poison where the shaman was, like... It was like the Black Stones. Like, Yakamaru was getting infected in the mind by the shaman, which is basically... I don't want to say it's like a Zaltak, but it's the Black Stone's corruption of the mind. That's why when Yakamaru reaches 100,000, it spits out a poison. Right, so we go into the anima of the earth, which is Virago. Like, Virago is a manifestation of the anima of Gielinor. Liberation of Mazcab is the manifestation of the Gobi's anima. Then God Wars 2 Hellweird, they were talking about they were fighting for the heart of Gielinor, which was like, you know, like 2016 in Trump. Telos was the protector of the anima. Yeah, 2007 Obama, 2016 Trump. And then Biden is Elder God Wars. This shit's fucking crazy. Every 8 years, we're gonna get another dungeon in 8 years. Oh my god. Right, so Telos, and then now we're dealing with the Shadow Realm. Right now, like, watch this, right? Now we're dealing with the Magister, which is the first gate, which is like, you know, the death. Solak is dealing with the corruption of his mind because of Erethdor and Mirathel. And the anima. But this is going into the mind. Like, Solak is infected in the mind. The Magister is like, give me your soul. Your soul has so much power. Like, he wants soul. Yeah, the Magister is like another Nomad, because he was just harvesting souls. The Temple of Amanishi was starting to deal with the Dragonkin and the Blackstones. And the Blackstones really deal with Necromancy, because if we go here... hold on. If we go here, hold on. But anyway, I'll go to it in a second. But yeah, what's it called? The Black Stones were infecting their mind, and Azanandra was like, oh yeah, you know, Bilrak used this for necromancy. Terraket used it for necromancy. So, like, you know, when you fight Terraket, there's two Black Stones on both sides, and he reanimates the bloated bloat, or whatever the hell. And then the other one. And then one of the Majorants was using it for necromancy. Dragonkin Laboratory was the Dragonkin using the Black Stones to create other things with Karapak. The Shadow Reef was talking about the Mwanu and the Jungle Horrors and, you know, the Odd Old Man, like, you know, the Rag and Bone Man, or that quest. That was basically what they were talking about. Like, that's what was happening. Like, those journals, the Festering journals, the other ones, that's what they were talking about. How on Mosla Harmless, like, they were, like, entranced by a song that wanted to go into the ocean. Right? So let's see. Raksha is now dealing with the mind and Erebus, right? Because Raksha's like, damn, what's that one attack where you gotta click on the balls? I forgot I forgot what they were called. And then hold on, I gotta hear it. Hold on. And then he's like, "Oh, you think you hear it, but it's not real." Like I forgot what his name is. Right, so Raksha was dealing with the monolith and all the shadow energy that was in there. Yeah, he's like, "Don't let him through." Hold on. Damn, I can't fight this. I don't have anything on me. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So with the Rex, well, that's just dealing with Anachronia. So you see a trend like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bosses dealt with shadows and the shadow energy and the black stones, right? Oh, that boy subscribed to the YouTube. Oh shit. And then now we're dealing with the elder. We're not dealing with the elder gods because they'll just kill us instantly. But we're dealing with their generals now. Karapak wants to be free of this curse. The Archeology is from Lang, which is another world. Next thing you know, we go to Lang. Croesus is a conspiracy with the vampires and all the elites of the empire. Skal Zuck is just a gangster. He fought for his freedom. He beat the shit out of the Takhar. And he just want to fight. And then Zamarack is like, "Look, man." Yeah, Zamarack was just tired of the bullshit. He was like, "Look, Saradomin playing y'all like a fool. I'm trying to lift y'all up." And then... yeah, like, fuck. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah, this right here... because it's weird, like, if you listen to Zamarack during the boss fight, the man really telling you that you really doing wrong. Like, you not supposed to be fighting me right now. Because he was like, bro, every time you phase it, he says, "Heed my call." That means listen to me. You're not listening. Like, listen to me. I think that's why his enrage goes so damn high, because nobody's listening to him. I really think so. And they mentioned the boss fight will get to a point where you know you're never gonna survive. You're gonna get one shot all the time. I don't think this boss was meant to be beaten, because that's how they're saying it. 60,000? Bitch, you know how fucking hard 4,000 Telos and Archeology is? Huh? 60,000? Imagine if Archeology scaled his attack to 60,000. Bro, you have to switch to a spirit shield every auto attack of the Archeology. And you're still getting hit for like 4 or 5k with the shield. You get what I'm saying? But the fact that you can no food 4,000%, and you can basically, I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna do a solo 10,000%, because I don't think it makes sense. I mean, people could try it, sure, go ahead. But you get what I'm saying? Like, Zamarack is always saying, listen to me. Zamarack's like, heed my, listen to me. And then he's laughing at us that he's like, bro, are you really trying to use the edicts again? Zamarack, like, Guthix's old tricks? I mean, it still worked, but it's like, when Sarah Doman, when Armadale, when Zamarack, Azanandra, because Azanandra's a new god, and you remember yesterday, Tenno, how we was talking about, like, we was looking at Zeros's old memoriams, bro, it said Zamarack and Azanandra will inherit it all. So, Azanandra is now a god. He got banished. And Zamarack is already souped up. Basically all the gods are souped up. Because they were all siphoning these eggs. You get what I'm saying? Armadale, Saradomin, and Zamarack was siphoning all these eggs. So, fuck. It's fucking crazy. It really is, like, it's like, holy shit. And the crazy, like, and you can go into the Shadow Realm, like, when you was going for, what's it called, like, that one relic where you can go into the Shadow Realm, where it's like Shadow Step, where you can, it's basically a mobile perk for a relic. You go into the Shadow Realm, dog, and you see a broken monolith in there. And then what's it called? Trinijunie? Trinijunie is like, oh, you know, you like, before you had used the Edict's power thing, Trinijunie was like, oh, you know, you have the same aura as Sliske. And it was like, oh, true. And it's weird too, like, after you use the Edicts, like, you know, the thing was, she was like, oh, no, sorry. When you went back to the I think it was Imperium Citadel, and then I think they asked you, they were like, oh, you know, how does it feel to be like, how does it feel to not have your World Guardian powers? And us, the character, we was like, it's quiet. Like, you don't have those thoughts anymore. And I was like, Right. Oh yeah, like basically, Saren basically said, like, after the elder gods hatched and absorbed Aiea, and then she was like, you survived. Like, she said it just like that. That was because we still had Guthix's blessing, like, we had Guthix's blessing. And then she explained, when you go through, why she trying to king. Yeah, and yeah, Guthix was saying that. They were like, us as the character, that we cannot be influenced by any other god. Like Zaltak couldn't influence us, Armadale's, Saradomin, Zamrack, Saren, Zeros. They're like, none of them got into our heads. But for some reason now that there's no protection, there's no layering of Guthix, right? Because Guthix is quote unquote dead. But this is one thing though. I forgot what video I was watching, but it was some guy talking about how Necromancy is going to be tied with divination and the siphoning of a god's energy. And I was like, okay, there's only one god that we know is dead, and I know, and we all know where he is. If you ever fought Nomad's Mirage, which is like, an achievement, you see Guthix under the bridge. Like, I gotta show you. Hold on. I gotta show you. You see Guthix under the bridge in a ghostly, messed up state. If that makes any sense. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you real quick. Where's Death's office? This right here. Like, you would go through, you would head to the underworld. You feel me? Few people ask to be brought here. I think, is there a bank? Hold on, let me just prepare for the fight. Hold on. Because you can do this once a week. Let me just prepare for the fight so I can just show you real quick. Wait a minute, I have a video on this. Yeah, I got a video on this. But I'd rather just show it live. Hold on. Right, this is an achievement. This is an achievement. Like, the gold cape of skulls? This is what I'm talking about. Because, you see Xenia, you see Ixtlarn, you see Karasi. But this is the only place you see Guthix again. I'm telling you, man, this is the only place you see Guthix. And you see Ixtlarn, and you see, oh my god! Bro, you see a Masket. This is a Masket, and this is Ixtlarn. Because you gotta remember, a Masket dealt with the underworld, like the corruption and all that shit. Right, so this is Ixtlarn right here, right? Ixtlarn, and then a Masket. Right? So you see Nomad's bounty and all that shit. Right, so this fight is hard, actually. This is actually pretty hard. Behind these doors is a scar of the scar on the underworld. A memory of your battle with Nomad, but amplified by the pain and sorrow he has caused. Be warned, the memory is stronger and more dangerous than the original battle with us. And death is not safe, so if I die, I'm dead. Face the memory, right? So watch this. You're gonna see... Hold on. Here's Guthix. Look at that. Look at Guthix. This man is ghostly and he's holding all the souls. That's weird. Why? Like I don't remember reading anything about this. You get what I'm saying? Like, why did this happen? And doesn't that look like the monolith? Or is that Soul Wars? But you get what I'm saying? So it's like, because if we remember correctly, Nomad was collecting souls in the fight of... No, sorry. Nomad was collecting souls for Soul Wars, basically. And he was trying to do something with energy there. It was something like that. So I'm like, huh. That's really why I'm like I'm real interested with it at the moment. Because if that's the case, if if Nomad was trying, let's just use what you were trying to say. If Nomad was trying to make a god, then we're most likely gonna use the same. It's most likely gonna be the same nonsense that we're gonna try to do it. But we're trying to bring these souls back with the Eye of Het. So that's one thing I'm really interested about. Because this is, but why would you reanimate toward Gothics? You get what I'm saying? But let this is just a fight though. Hold on. But this will be the fight. It's hard. It's a hard ass fight. And I can't use Soul Split. Yeah, you see how it heals him? Yeah, Soul Split heals him for 10,000. Like, this shit is stupid. Like, it's goofily hard. Yeah, I need that thing. I need the Claws of Gothics. Yeah, because I gotta break down his defense. You stand above a god, but you are beneath it. Like, this shit gets crazy. Like, I'm already splashing this many times. And you gotta keep fighting it. And you have to res this. Oh, apparently I had the wrong one. Right, and then the last phase is even harder. Because this man just beats you with a stick. And I'm splashing with an FSOA. I think I messed up on the time, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Right, and then Nomad falls, right? Don't mock me further. Take my bounty and leave. I'll see you again soon. Yeah, it took 5 minutes, which is, I think that's too long. I think that's too long. But basically when you, because I have a guide on this, but this is basically what you'll get. You get all the capes. Like the soul capes. Taking this. I don't need the capes because I already have them. Yeah, defeat in under 8 minutes. Shit, I don't want the capes though. But you get what I'm saying? It's, you see how, I mean, I already have it, so I already have a guide on it. But I'm just showing you like what was happening. Because the one thing I was forgetting is the Claws of Guthix, because you see how I was splashing all the time. But you see how like what's going on, because when I saw that one video, they were talking about like, oh, it's tied to divination and it was tied to like siphoning of a god, and I was like, okay, so if all the gods are gone, then what else is there? Like, what else could you do with necromancy? Are we using divine energy to create something, or like you get what I'm saying? Like it gets ridiculous. I'm gonna get rid of those capes though. I don't want them. I already have them. I don't want any of these. Cause yeah, there's my gold one right here. The golden one. I kept that shit. I kept that shit. And what's it called? There was also something else. Watch this, right? Now watch this. Like, how many of these have come into fruition already? We have smoke depicts the relentlessness of smoke. Seems to represent some sort of smoke demon. Right? So that's one. We don't know if it's supposed to represent Carapac and his relentlessness toward defeating the false users, which is, you know, the ones who touch the Stone of Jazz. But here would be a boss that I think would probably exist. Right? Like, imagine that. Like, who would this be? right? Who would that be? And then we have another one, which is the Archeology, which we know is real because the Archeology is over there, right? Right? So we know the Archeology is real because it's over there, right? And that front. And then we have the stain with blood, depicting the nobility of blood, a reference to the vampire race and their place in Santistan. So if you read the archaeology, it was just kind of nothing. Like honestly, because I read it and there was nothing really of substance. And the main thing they were talking about was, like, the Sithonians, which is like, you remember that goopy globby from Broken Home with a lot of mouths, and it was that little girl where you get the Asylum Surgeon's ring? That, they were talking about how, that those type of Sithonians were running, like, around. And, like, there was a story how he ate a girl and he became her. And then thousands of years, he forgot who he was, so he just stayed as a girl, or whatever. So we have the vampires. But there's one that I'm trying to figure out, which it makes sense as shadow, but let's just look at it. I'm still trying to figure this out. Right, so we have shadow. It says, depicting the power of shadow. A parable warning about the dangers of creatures from the shadow realm. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you play Yu-Gi-Oh!, but bitch, I'ma send you to the shadow realm if you lose this duel. You get what I'm saying? So we've been hearing about the shadow realm for fucking ever. You get what I'm saying? We've been hearing about this shit for a while. So the only thing I don't know, or maybe it's leading to the abyss, but maybe this is the abyss people. Maybe. It looks like it, but maybe it's something bigger. Maybe. So it's like those are the main things that's like going through my head. That's cool. And then you had like the asylum. The asylum, I was like, Because then you had climb down the chains to Zuck, but that didn't really mean anything. And it was weird because now we have all these undead. Because I remember I made a video on this. Right, this is where they started implementing the lighting system. Like this is the year where RuneScape upped their budget by this much. All they had to do was put like here's $10 more. And now we got dynamic lighting. You get what I'm saying? All they had to do was put $10 more. Now we got the dynamic lighting. Right, so The main thing that I was trying to figure out is why and are we gonna be able to go in this? Like now, like you get what I'm saying? Like look at this. Now it's starting to look like a real game. You get what I'm saying? Now it's starting to look good. The game is now just starting to look good. Like look at that. I don't know about you, but let me pump that bitch up to max. Pump that bitch up to ultra. You get what I'm saying? Look at this shit. You can see the reflection of this horse shit. But, like, watch this, right? This thing moves. Like, you see it living. Like, you see a pulse. And in my head, I was like, who is this? Is this Hostilius from Barbarian Assault? Because Hostilius is mentioned in Barbarian Assault. But, quote-unquote, Zamarack hung Hostilius because he was like this bloated nothing that was behind all these laws, but when it came down to real action, he couldn't do nothing. So, where the watchers and shit come down from. That matter of fact, there's another thing too. Like, I don't know if you ever read Thok and his brothers. Like, I don't know if you ever did that achievement, but when Thok. Here, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. I gotta go to Dungeoneering. Like it was like one of the last letters, but Thok, like this guy right here, like Dungeoneering. When Thok and his brother, right? I think no, I don't think it's him. But it was Thok and his brother, right? When Thok had got all the way down to floor 60, right? When he got all the way down to the bottom floor, he was confronted by somebody. They don't mention who it was, but they mentioned somebody, and you know how Thok is. He's always ready for the fight. But he scared the shit out of Thok so bad because he was already like hurt going down all those like levels. But they were like, oh, I like somebody was like, don't go any further, like you need to stop. And he pushed him and his brother away. Like, man, I gotta find it, dog. I gotta find that shit. It's like one of the last ones. Yeah, Marmros and yeah, here it is. Hold on. Here it is. I got it. I found it. Cause bro, I'm telling you, dog, if you play the fucking game, dog, you get so much lore. It's fucking crazy. Here, watch this shit. Window capture, blah, blah, blah. This right here. This is what it's saying. it says this, right? So they were going all the way down, right? And then it was at that point that words started speaking into Thok's head, saying horrible things and filling his head with hate. Same must have happened to Marm's head, which is his brother. Marm began to cry, tried to slit his own throat with sword, but Thok broke Marm's arms and draped him over his shoulder. Marm passed out, which is for the best. Thok sat some more, tried to think what to do in the darkness. Then a man comes. Man looks Fremenic, but smells clean. Man has a white beard and says words that hurts Thok. I'm assuming they're talking about V. Like, you know, V, the Fremenic god? That's the only thing I could think of, because Zaltak infects your mind but doesn't do anything. He doesn't fight you. He just infects your mind. Right? Because he said man looks Fremenic but smells clean. Has a white beard, right? And it says words that hurts Thonk, because you know Thonk is a badass. You not chosen for this. You die if you see what is really down there. Right? You'll die if you see this. You gotta go. And then he's like, ugh. Man makes Thonk so angry. Bright man is more powerful than Thonk. Thonk can smell that much. Man heal Thonk's leg and unbreak man's arms. But he say that Marm cannot continue. That Marm is close to going mad. He wants to take us to the surface, to take us away from this place. And he will take no as an answer. He will not take no as an answer. Thonk is so angry. Brill, which is, you know, Thonk's sister, but knows the man is right. Thonk could not let Marm go mad. Marm is strong mind to Thonk's strong blade. So we return to the surface. Will anyone believe Thonk? I leave letter and hope that someone can make it here. That means someone must show strength of Thonk. Thonk fear that no one will see this in Thonk's lifetime. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, the fact that you'll die if you see what's really down there. I'm assuming they're talking about V, because they say V traveled to other worlds and saw what Zaltak did. That, like, matter of fact, let me look it up. VRS3. Hold on. Because V saw what they did. What Zaltak did. Hold on. I mean, he's seen it here. He saw many worlds touched by the gods, and some adequate, some oppressive, some ruined by the likes of Bandos, Tuska, the Queen of Ashes, and Zaltak. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's so many like other bosses that are mentioned everywhere. Hold on, let me hold on. Cause we got Zaltak. And then Mod Wood. That's a goofy picture. Right, the Fremenic god V describes Zaltak as an evil god that devastates worlds and creates corpse oceans, while the Majorat Sliske described it as a being that writhes, twists, and beckons. right? And that's Slisuke's endgame. Now watch this, right? You seeing this? Look what this says, right? In Slisuke's endgame, Zaltak rise, twists, and beckons, but never does anything. So that's why I'm like, that's why I was thinking with V, when he was writing it, I was like, okay, this is the only thing I could think of. Like, that must be V. Like, that must be the who he was talking about. Because he looks Fremenic, he looks clean. And I'm assuming this is white beard. I'm assuming. But he was a god. You get what I'm saying? He's stronger than Thok. That's the only person I could think of. So it's like... you get what I'm saying? So it's like, Because V knows about Zaltak. Oh my god, bro, there's so much... And then you got Slisuke. Slisuke is like, he was a... Oh my god. And he was a... What? A Praetorio? So he was in the... He was rolling down in the deep with all the bullshit that was going on. Like, bro, you look how long his freaking story is. Oh yeah, but look at the black stone, right? Like black stone. Hold on. Hold on, where was that Zaltak part? Hold on. Right here. Dog, and look at this. You remember how I was telling you? What's it called? Like during the Great Revision. Similar. It is implied that the black stone that corrupted Ma's eggs is the same nature. Right? And I think Asnandra had said that. Right. Right, Raksha, the Dragonkin, the glory of Zeros, like how they, like the Moanu, like the ape-like things, the odd old man, Slisuke's investigation, the skeletal horror. You remember the odd old man? I'm telling you, dog. What the fuck? And hold on, there's something I remember reading the footnotes where it was necromancy. Hold on. What is it? Find on page? Right, look. Look at this, right? It says... I'm moving over here. It says in Asnandra's quest, there's another residence on this egg, but it's not Wen's. In fact, it reminds me of another... it reminds me of... Remember Zamor Regal? He had a black stone he used for necromancy. He said he found it in Karamja, and the fool thought it was obsidian. It was cold to the touch, freezing in fact, and it shared the same resonance as this corruption. But Ma is dead now, and poses no threat to Gielinor. This is a mystery for another time. So I'm like, You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, this shit goes deep as shit. It really does. This shit goes... And watch this, right? In Mosla Harmless, the jungles of the island that would later become known as Mosla Harmless allegedly contained a lost city and practiced cannibalism and necromancy. Oh my god. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. Shit's fucking crazy. Alright, enough of this. Enough of this. Die, it's just crazy as shit. Because it's true, like, hold on, what is this? And then you would go into the warp floors. Right, so we're going so deep. It was frozen, now it's nobody's here. Now it's furnished. The occult, which is like the believers, and then everything is warped because I don't know if you went so far down, everything is twisted. Like all the bosses are, and it gets crazy because you see another Calgarian demon. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. It died. It's so much shit. It's so much shit. Alright. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'm done for the night.